What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Tragically Hip. Once again, big shout out to Yvonne. There's a new deep dive, courtesy of Yvonne, that we're going to start going through soon. It's another Canadian artist, so I'll be tight-lipped about it for now, but I look forward to starting that as well. But yeah, we're back to the Yer Favourites compilation, getting closer to the end of going through everything. Still some tunes on both CDs, but definitely getting into the latter stages of this journey, after which we'll see what we can do in terms of further hip albums or tracks to go through, as Luca is being a silly cat. And yeah, we're going to listen to Three Pistols. I like the drama of the title. It sounds like there may be bloodshed, or at the very least there's the potential for that. Three Pistols is interesting because it suggests it's not a solitary face-off, it's not one versus one, and again, maybe the pistols are all pointed in the same direction rather than at each other. It might not be a so-called Mexican standoff, but I do wonder in what context these pistols are relevant, and knowing that their songs draw upon history and pop culture and very specific references. I do wonder whether this will grow out of an incident that I'm not familiar with. So I do look forward to hearing people's comments on this one, but let's listen to it. This is Three Pistols by the Tragically Hip, and it's included on a compilation of the greatest hits called Yer Favourites. come to get a sense for the flavor of a lot of their tunes. But I do increasingly get a sense for the composition of their tunes and the way they bring things together at the end of a track. Really love that. And more as we go through, Gord's vocals are just, he's his own vocalist. I not only do I recognize his voice now, where if I heard a tune for the first time from the Tragically Hip, I'm confident I would be able to identify it as such. But it just, like, all the little things he does, like, it's just a unique voice. The way he can, like, flutter, it's like vibrato, but it's, it sounds different than a lot of other people's vibratos. He has those, growling moments where he can really get raspy and, like, guttural. I like the vocalizations and the shouts, like, and a couple of those in here, like, really, like, fire you up in the moment. And, I come from a world of listening to a lot of punk rock, and there's a lot of those in punk rock, so when I hear something like that, it's like, all right, let's go. It puts me in, like, rocking mode. So, yeah, shout out to him for all of those. And it's, again, another feature I've noticed. Now, it does sound like on this one there was a second vocalist, like, offset from some of his lines. I mean, I suppose it could have been him, like, layered in twice, which, there's a lot of artists and bands I'm going through where a single vocalist will be heard, simultaneously in different, like, polyphonic rendering of their voice, but that sounded like a different voice, so it sounded like a second person in the group, offset. And yeah, I didn't catch enough of the lyrics to get a full sense, but I did notice that it's like 3 pistols strong, and then later we hear 2 pistols strong, and eventually we hear 1 pistol strong, so it sounds like maybe there's people dropping out of the equation, whether that means lethally or otherwise. So yeah, I didn't get a full sense of what was happening, but it sounds like maybe, there is the usage of these guns such that, people are no longer available to, be part of some group, which, it did sound at first like maybe, they're all on the same side. If you're 3 guns strong, now it could just be one person, with 3 guns, so I don't really know the details of what was happening, but that sequence, even though, between hearing 2 guns strong, I heard 3 guns strong again, but eventually right near the end we heard 1 gun strong, so I am curious what's happening. I look forward to hearing people comment. Do let me know what album this is from, what period this is from in terms of their overall discography. And again, shout out to Gord. The more I hear their music, the more I get why, his quality as a singer is much celebrated, and also why his passing would have been such a significant thing. Obviously, a lot to learn still in that regard, but, already getting a sense for it, having gone through this compilation, which, not knowing the other songs I haven't heard yet, it's hard to get a sense of how all these relate to their larger catalog, but, not knowing that, I still feel like these songs are well chosen. So yeah, shout out to this compilation, and to Yvonne for sharing it, and to David for commenting on all the hip reactions. You are much appreciated as well. And yeah, like I said, I'll have more to say on some things that Yvonne has shared soon. Do let me know what you think of this. I will see you next time. Peace.